Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest, The Hero's Journey. We're here on the level 65 Shadowknight Rogue Shaman, and we're in the Plane of Tranquility. Excuse me. We've got 2,557 AA points spent with 23 saved. We're starting out next to Boar Warhammer, who's the NPC that is involved in getting the quested / trades guild Planes of Power armor. I think in the previous episode I talked about how I got the Stanos' Wicked Breastplate, which was by using the chain tunic pattern, using blacksmithing to make some ethereal rings, talking to an NPC, getting a thing, and doing a combine and all that stuff. So I figured I would highlight that a little bit and also say that I was wrong about something. Previously I was talking about I probably wouldn't make the Shadowknight breastplate because the clickable effect was a level 65 spell, and I assumed that I would be able to get that spell. So we're going to make the Shadowknight breastplate. The clickable effect is a level 65 spell, but it's a level 65 Gates of Discord spell. So we'll get access to a spell through a clickable effect item ahead of when the spell is actually obtainable, which sounds unique to me. I don't know if that's the case for any other spells where you can get an item with a clickable effect prior to the spell actually being available to the class. I don't know about that. But we've got 3 ethereal sheets of metal. These are made through blacksmithing, and you take 2 ethereal bricks, which drop off Planes of Power, trash stuff, put them in a forge with, I think, a hammer and some ethereal temper. The temper is made through brewing with some vendor purchase things, most of which you can get in Plane of Knowledge, and I think Celestial Essence. Hang on a second. Yeah, Celestial Essence. So 2 Celestial Essence, 1 soda, and 1 emerald tea leaf. The soda and emerald tea leaf can be purchased off of vendors in the Plane of Knowledge. The Celestial Essence is, as far as I know, only player made. It has to be made in a mixing bowl, I think. It's trivial at 15, so very low skill. Basically, you take a celestial solvent, which is vendor purchased, and a mid/low tier research component, like Rune of the Frost, words of XYZ, those things that you would typically vendor. So you put one of those research components and a celestial solvent in a mixing bowl, you hit combine, you get a celestial essence. You need 2 celestial essences to make the temper. You need 3 tempers total to make the sheets, so 1 per sheet. Once you've done that and you have the mold or pattern that you want, you can come talk to Boar, and you hail him and tell him emblem, and then he says, "Tell me your class, and I'll hand the emblem for your coin." Now, I think in the previous episode I mentioned I wasn't sure how this worked because I tried to give him the platinum and he gave it back, and then I said my class, and then he gave me the stuff. Hang on, let me switch my screen here. Alright, so I was looking at the quest script for Boar here, and it looks like what goes on is he's looking for you to tell him a class. So it has entries for each of the different classes, Paladin, Ranger, Shadow Knight, etc. When you say one of those trigger words, he attempts, it looks like, to take money from your character. Um, and then in return, gives you the emblem that you need. So this would be the Shadow Knight emblem and a mystical furnace, which is a container that he used to combine the emblem and the other items. So it, I guess if you don't want to potentially spend platinum, I forget if it's 500. I think it's 500 platinum. Um, don't say the trigger word to Boar. Also, don't know if it works if you say the wrong class and he still takes the money. So I'm not gonna try it, but I've already gone ahead and said Shadow Knight to him. He's given me this mystical furnace of Ro. As you can see, giant container, 8 capacity. We will stick it in our inventory. It has to go in a base slot in your inventory. Open it up. We're going to throw in the Shadow Knight emblem that he gave us. We need a tannin smithing hammer, I believe. We need the breastplate mold that we got off of stuff that we've killed. And we need 3 of these sheets. Now, I think this combine is no fail. So that's nice. So we got the hammer back. It chewed up the other materials and it gave us this breastplate with a clickable effect of Black Shroud, required level 50, which is fine. Gives us Black Shroud buff, which I assume is going to replace Shroud of Chaos. Let's try it. Click. Yes, Black Shroud, Shroud of Chaos. Okay, so that gives us a damage increase, sustainability increase. That's a replacement for our buff life tap melee proc. So I think it's 70 base damage. Let's check. All right, so this is the spell info for Shroud of Chaos. Gives you a buff, and that buff has a melee proc of Shroud of Chaos Strike. Decrease hit points by 65, so that's 65 point life tap with a negative 200 magic resist check. If we switch over to look at Black Shroud, same deal. Gives you a melee proc of Black Shroud Strike, and that is a 90 hit point life tap. So we're going from 65 to 90, and that's going to be amplified by our AAs, our spell damage. I don't remember what before my Shroud of Chaos was doing as far as damage, but 25 extra points of damage and healing through life tap, amplified by AAs and spell damage. So I'm guessing 100 plus extra per proc. So that'll be nice. In the last episode, we killed the Zeks. We killed Talonzak, Valenzac, Ralosek. And I think next up in the progression was Tower of Solusek Row. So there's, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mini, not really mini, but bosses. And then like the final boss, Solusek Row, looks like. Yeah. Let's see which one of these is the Tower of Solusek Row. It's like that one here. Which one? This one? This one. Okay. So that makes sense. It's got like looks like a fiery something or other on the stone. I did look into the Shaman version of this since I got the Shadowknight and ROG versions. The Shaman one, like I was thinking before, it just has a clickable effect of Swift like the Wind, which is a single target haste buff, which I don't need. There's no point in me wearing a haste buff. Like if I cast, I don't even know what my Talisman of Celerity. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, cast Alacrity. I know Alacrity is a haste buff, so you'll see my haste here. Even though I just put on a 40% haste buff, my haste did not move, so no point in wearing that. As far as the stats tab goes, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my haste actually goes up, and I should have been wearing that all along, but feels like I'm capped and it doesn't do anything for me. Let's see. All right, we're gonna need a non-responding instance, right? Oh, I gotta drop my other one. Quit. Still have. I was still in the previous Fortress of Zek instance from the last play session. New respawn. Non-responding. Enter. Okay. So a couple other quick things to talk about, give updates on, but let's figure out where we need to go first. Don't really remember my way around here. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Kind of looks like there's, if I remember right, like you get on various paths and then you like teleport to areas where the uh, bosses are. So we'll do that. So in getting to level 65, we've got access to new rogue poisons. So I made a bunch of the Hate of the Shisar rogue poisons, which are clickable at level 65. So that'll be another damage increase. I think I'm still using. Wait a minute, what does this one give you? 5, 6. Yeah, so it is definitely an increase because it gives you a tier up for the buff when you click on it. I'm going to keep my other one on for a minute so we can check the damage, and then we'll apply the new one and then kind of compare it. It's difficult to track in the combat log here, but maybe we'll look at some of the crits and see what they're hitting for, and then compare the crits of the new one. Don't really see any reason to kill this stuff, so just walking right past it. Um, you know, we're level capped. We're level 65 now. We've got plenty of AA points. I still have 50% going to AA and 50% going to character leveling. We'll have to see once we kill some things whether we actually get character experience. I don't know if you can move the bar at all. Um, Traditionally, once you hit the level cap, you're allowed to bring your character experience to like 99%, so that if and when they do increase the level cap, you know, you just have to kill a couple things to level. Alright, what is this guy? Zuzel. And he cannot see me, it seems like. That's good. Detrimental, resist debuff. So we've got Malos now. And we've got Blood of Saren. So I don't think we've used those yet. Don't know how this fight goes. We'll find out. Maybe not a good idea to have my fire dots on my bar for this zone. I imagine I'm not going to be able to land anything. I don't know. Maybe if I try to debuff him some more, I could potentially do that. Did I get him? Yeah, I got Molosini on him. Here, let's see if we can get Ignite Blood. Nope. Nope. Yeah, we'll have to swap those out. That's fine. We got some other stuff we could use. Alright, what are these guys doing? Alright, he is dead and fighting for me now. Alright, let's see what we got. Flaming Sword of Zuzel. I think that's just off of the... the pets there. Alright, we got a couple shields. Let's leave this stuff just to clear it out of the way. Heal this guy just in case. Nope, I already got it. Alright. Let's see. We got the chat message that says we got a character flag. Yeah, right there, you receive a character flag. Okay. Let's take a look at the combat log, see if we can figure out how we were doing with the existing Shisar poison. Not catching any crits on it, which is the easiest thing to find. Crits on everything else, but not that. Okay, so there's one. 8007. Hate of the Shisar Poison Strike 5. Which I think, yeah, Hate of the Shisar Poison 5. Alright, so roughly 8,000 crit, 8007. What? Did we see any Black Shroud crits here? Black Shroud Strike 2900. Black Shroud Strike crit 2900. Alright, so let's replace our Shisar Poison. We now got Hate of the Shisar Poison 6. Let's see, what did we get for loot? I think we picked up a Spectral Parchment, and we got 2 of these Circular Shields of the Blaze. The Spell Haste on them. Uh, I was just going off of memory on clicking these little brazier things. Also, just kind of the path leads you to that, so I assumed that's what you do. I don't know if we want all those ads. I don't know if we're gonna get those ads, but yeah, we'll probably kill some of this stuff just to just to be safe. Looks like they have a damage shield, which will hopefully not tear up my pets if I kill them quick enough. Okay, they're not too bad. Oh, I just realized my pets are not helping, I don't think. Let's see, pet all assist on. Here we go. Now they should help. These ones don't seem to have the damage shield. Okay, that one does. Weird. Okay, I think we're probably good. They don't do a whole lot of damage, and if we do get them with the boss. Hang on a second. He's got Unity of Fire. I wonder if I can dispel that. Alright, gonna try a trick out of the old playbook here. Oh. Pets decided to attack, so we're going. Alright, let's kill these guys, I guess. Let's see. Try to get this on him. Alright. Don't know if that'll help, but 1 point heal. Thanks to the Blessing of Nature. So when you hit him, you get healed by 1 point. Maybe it'll help my pets a little. Wow. 17,700 Hate of the Shissars Poison Strike? I don't remember what we said the previous version was, but it was not that high. That's a pretty big increase, I think. ornate chain tunic pattern. Alright, we did get a character flag for killing that guy. I think I mentioned in previous videos, but if anyone out there is watching and is newer, you know, lower level character, whatever, your first character, and you want some gear, hit me up. I got a bunch of stuff that I don't need from all over the place. You know, let me know uh, what type of stuff you're looking for. You know, say, hey, do you have anything for this slot or anything for this class or classes? I'm sure I can find something as long as you know you don't have a specific item that you want, uh, because I may not have it. But you know, if you're just looking for stuff to help you along, I'm sure I got some stuff sitting around. So um, feel free to let me know, either in game or like drop a comment on a video or something. I don't think YouTube has like the direct message like functionality. I don't know. Maybe it does. If it does, find it, direct message me. Uh, yeah, and I'll mail you some stuff in game. You could also shoot me a direct message on the Heroes Journey Discord if you want. EverQuest OG. Oh, before we do that, I forgot we still had not swapped out the spells there. Let's see. Haven't used this one yet. Oh no, did my Shaman pet die? Yeah, it looks like he did. It's weird. That's the second time that's happened where the Shaman pet died, but the Shadowknight pet seems to have survived. I wonder if it was the damage shield on the previous boss. The Shadowknight pet has a life tap proc, like an innate life tap proc, which I guess helps sustain him. Wonder if that's why he's been surviving. Infuses your blood with fire and vitality, healing you for 35 points. I guess a self-heal for the paladin. That's kind of neat. Spectral parchment, glyph rune word, cast, true spirit. That's the shaman pet. Rebuff him. I got my lazy macros here to just cast spells from my spellbook for when the pets die, which is all too frequently. That way I don't have to memorize the spells and just easy clicks of the macros. Okay, he should be good. Let's check the Shadowknight pet. Why does he have more buffs? Like, what does he have that the other guy doesn't? I don't know. Oh well. Not too important to figure out right now. We don't need that, don't need that. We'll click that off. Okay. Alright, I think that was 3 bosses down. Let's check the guide here. Zuzul, Arlixir, Jiva. So we need Rizlona and Protector. 2 more. And then Solusek Row. I don't think it matters what order you kill these guys in. Well, at least we didn't get the whole room adding on us. That's nice. throw a heal over time on the Shaman pet since he's struggling a little bit. And she's got a damage shield, so. Alright, where's the. Yeah, so the Shadowknight pet, his life tap seems to be sufficient to keep him alive. For stuff like this with the damage shield. Man, she's a pushover. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. I was like, huh, she's significantly easier than the other bosses. Surprise, she turns into a dragon. Let's see how the, okay, Shaman pet's doing alright. Okay, no problem there. Time grows near. Guessing that's a quest item of some kind. Flame encased earring, all. Focus of Solusek. Reduce mana cost of detrimental spells. Basalt plated pauldrons. 40 AC, 230 hit points. Nice hit points. Don't like the AC loss. Yeah. No, I think I like mine better. They do have a focus effect, reducing the cast time of beneficial spells. But probably not going to be super useful, that focus effect for me right now. Like, maybe I might help with my heal cast time, but it's already 1.8 seconds. And I don't use it that much. But yeah, I don't like the AC loss. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but a couple weeks ago, in one of the Hero's Journey developer Q&A sessions, they talked a little bit about AC, and just how AC, the number, doesn't mean anything, and it's the underlying stuff that AC does that means something. So if you check out your stats, like you see AC, like mine's 3197, and it doesn't really say like what does AC do, but in the stats you have a combat mitigation and a combat evasion, and the AC number is like a combination, not a direct addition, but like that's what these break down to. So I don't know what the calculation is, some funky calculation of these two numbers to come up with like the AC total. But that's what AC does, is it increases your mitigation of damage. So when you get hit for less, and your damage avoidance, like melee damage avoidance. So effectively, a higher AC number means you're going to take less damage, either through not getting hit, like, or when you get hit, getting hit for less. Hopefully I don't regret trying to kill this guy. Looks like the Shaman pet's gonna need some help. Give him a heal over time. Alright, there we go. Something was casting Mala on me. Probably the boss thingy there. Okay. Well, basically no point in killing him. Didn't drop anything, just some trash loot. We don't appear to be getting experience, by the way. Character experience, that is. So I guess we'll go like 100% AA points. Let's keep going. Planning on ignoring any of the other, if there are other mini bosses like that. Yeah, there's one. Not gonna bother. Couple more. Interesting, they must be linked together, or I guess there's a lot of stuff linked together. Ouch. wonder if one of these is, or all of them, are doing a mana drain or anything, or I'm just using that much mana. I don't know. Oh, okay. I guess that's the boss. Was this the final room? Or did he just come charging from somewhere? I don't know. Maybe that was, maybe I needed to kill those guys? Yeah, I don't know. Can't seem to land this disease dot here, so I'll probably swap. Oh, there we go. I got it. Melos is 55. How much is Melosini? 60? Alright, we'll try. Did we get him? We did. 60. Alright, we got another Glyph Rune Wort, so level 65 spell thingy. And a couple of these Sphere of Encased Flames, range slot, pure caster, 40 spell damage, not too bad. Okay. I think we got the character flag already, yep. Sneak hide. Huh. What is he holding? Huh. That's... He just happened to be holding a sword, and I hadn't seen any of the other guys holding a sword, so I killed him, and we got a legendary Flame Tongue. Another pure caster thing. 24 spell damage. 24 int. Okay. So I think that was it for the bosses before Solusek Row. And I think we gotta go over here to get to Solusek Row. just like, I think you click on this there to go, if I remember right. Yeah, there we go. And do height filter. Need to go this way. Is that him down there? Yep. Alright. Does he have a damage shield? Of course he has a damage shield. 200 point damage shield? Yeah, we're gonna try and dispel that. Alright, let's see about killing this guy. I want to have a little room to work since I'm planning on trying to dispel that damage shield, so try to kill some of these guys. Annul magic. Okay. Ouch. 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 Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that was the damage shield that got me or what was going on there, but I underestimated the difficulty of that situation. Alright, let's pause and we'll get back there. Alright, we are back in Solusek Row's room here. Since we got some AA points to spend, I'm going to pick up shielding resistance. Haven't found a need really for this one yet, but this one decreases the amount of damage we take from offhand attacks that encounter a damage shield. Each rank adds 20 points of mitigation. So there's 5 times 20 would be 100, right? So should effectively prevent our offhand attacks from triggering that damage shield, which would be nice. I also noticed, now that we're level 65, we can pick up the next rank of Harm Touch. So we'll do that. Alright. Okay. I think we're just going to clear these guys because... Yeah. Ouch. Well, the Shadowknight pet's staying alive. Looks like the Shaman pet's still struggling. The damage shields are chewing him up. Alright, we'll go like this. Oh, I guess we don't even need... Alright, Melos. Let's try Annul Magic. See if we can get rid of that damage shield. No. Oh well. Over here, this guy. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get rid of the damage shield on Soul Row. We'll have to test it on the next pack up there. See if we can get it dispelled on one of them. Okay. So let's do pet assist off and pet hold on. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try I think if I get too close they're gonna charge at me. What do we got for dispels? I wonder if we have anything better than annul magic. Might be easier to just look here. Detrimental, dispel, annul magic. What's the cast time on that? 3 seconds. I think my ring is faster than that. Where is it? Is it a ring? I don't remember. Have some item that has a clickable effect of dispel. There it is down there. 3.8 seconds, so it's slightly faster. Alright, so what I'm going to try is try casting a null. Hopefully sneak. I don't know. Over here. If I can get to the side of him, maybe I can get a little closer because I'm sneaking. And then when annul is almost done casting, we'll hit Malosinate to debuff his resists and hopefully increase the chances that annul lands. Keep trying. Okay, so it is dispellable. All right, good to know. We did land in annul there and dispelled it. So very nice. All right, let's switch to this guy and try to dispel it here. Alright, we got it. Much easier without the damage shield on him. Alright, so that's the plan for Solusek Row. We'll try to do the same thing there, but I imagine it's going to take a bit to land that. Let's see, can we get up there? I don't know. Can we levitate here? Maybe we just need to be bigger. Try levitate first, I guess. Okay. Alright, we got him. I wasn't expecting that, so we are engaging. Let's get some dots on him. He's chunking me pretty good. He's hitting. Ouch. Yeah, I would struggle if if I didn't remove that damage shield. That's for sure. I'm actually having to heal here. All right, we did it. Um, I did not expect to dispel that damage shield on the first go, so that was nice. Let's see, we got a character flag for killing him. We got here. Let's see what we got for loot. Gold runed mithril knife. Wrath of Fire proc. Looks like I don't know. I feel like this description down here is wrong because up here it says 220. Backstab mod 12%. 16, 19. I wonder what that would look like. Legendary. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Raiment of the Fire Sun. Larger Shaman, Mars Gift, Focus Effect, increase healing by 25%. 36 AC, that's a back slot item, right? Cloak of the Firestorm is what we're using now. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we'll have to do the comparison, see what that looks like when it's legendary. Alrighty, we got it. Think that. Yeah, let's hail this guy just in case. Nope, we're good. I think we open this up and we fall into the lava, right? And we zone into the plane of fire. Yes. All right. We got access to the elemental planes now. Um, that last boss was definitely the hardest so far. Yeah, had I not removed his damage shield, I'm sure I would have lost like 100 points of damage, unresistible every time I hit him. Um, yeah, he was already hitting me very hard. Looks like 1125. There's a 1621 right there. 1400. 1200. I think he was doing some like proc or some spell damage. I did notice during the fight I had a fire debuff on me, but I was too busy doing stuff to like inspect it. Oh, there's a 1683 hit that he got on me. 1400, 1300. Yeah, he was hitting pretty hard. definitely had to heal myself a little bit with my direct heal, not just rely on my heal over time and life tap procs. That's a good indicator for me that the fight is hard. Let's see. Let's check this progression guide here. So it says we may need to talk to Grand Librarian Malin in the Plane of Knowledge. And we can talk to Gran. I assume to increase, probably get an AA point and increase the power of our charm, the intricate wooden figurine. So let's go do that. All right, we've gated to the Plane of Knowledge where we bound right in front of Graham. So we'll hail him and tell him we have some stories. And he says he's already heard all of the stories. Great. Let me see. Maybe I did some stuff out of order. I don't know. I'll go check with Graham one more time and then head up to the librarian. Where is he in here? Hail. Stories. Nope, he says he's already heard them. Alright, let's pause for a minute and we'll run up to the librarian. Okay, we're up in the library. Let's talk to the librarian here, see what he has to say. Okay, we got a character flag. What's he saying here? Hail. I don't know. We just keep getting character flag from him. Alright, let's pause and go talk to Graham again and see if that sorts things out. Okay, let's see what Graham has to say. Nope, he says he's heard all my stories. Kind of expected we'd get an AA point. Although, I think I remember last time I talked to him, he talked about liking my story about the Tower of Solusek Row. So I think I don't know, must have did some stuff out of order and already got the benefit of killing those guys. Let's check with the seer one more time. See if anything changed as far as flags. Hail. Doesn't look like anything changed. Yeah, so it looks like what's left to do is the elemental planes. Fenrir, Zegany, Kornav, and the Arbiter of Earth, and the Wrath Council, and then Plane of Time. So a bit more to go. And if Solusek Row was any indication as to how difficult some of the bosses will be, they will be difficult. So we'll probably need some more gear upgrades. Can't do much more as far as AAs go. We've got pretty much everything, right? There's not a whole lot that would benefit us. I don't think. Like, there's some activated AA abilities that I haven't picked up. I think some of them are like 9 points, so they're not like highlighted. Like Spirit Guardian, uh, summons like a ward that will heal me if I drop below 50% health or something. Um, so things like that, like activated abilities that we may get use out of with the tougher bosses. So it looks like it's recommending Plane of Fire then to do next. So that should be fun. I haven't done that one in, 20, 25 years, whatever. But we're getting there. We're level 85. We picked up this new breastplate to get us access to Black Shroud. The one downside of that is it's not permanent. You can see the timer, or it doesn't count down here in the plane of knowledge because buffs are like suspended in the plane of knowledge. But if I were to let it, the Black Shroud buff would fade eventually since I don't have the spell technically. If I were wearing the breastplate and then I used the effect, the buff would stay, but for now I'll just have to remember to click that every so often so that the buff stays up. It's a longish duration, an hour and a half or so, so not too bad. We got this gold rune mithril knife. I'll look into seeing what that looks like when it's actually. Nope. No legendary version for sale. 32.19. Mine is 30.19. This one has fire damage. It doesn't have backstab damage on it. Oh, I don't know how much of a difference that makes. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, I'd be curious. I'll look into seeing what it's like when it's legendary, but I like the Feast of Blood proc on this one. It's an unresistible like life tap damage over time, and can't complain about that. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find some other upgrades soon. We are still working on upgrading these arms. They're still enchanted. Don't know how far along we are. Let's see if I can find anything in chat about. They're at 83% or so. So, maybe another couple play sessions and hopefully we'll get them up there. After that, don't really have any gear that I'm planning on upgrading. It would be like quality of life type things, like if I wanted to upgrade this amulet to decrease the cast time on Molosini, if I wanted to upgrade this cloak to decrease the cast time on Bobbing Corpse. Yeah, no like gear here so far that I would upgrade to wear. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. We actually died this time. We were not prepared for the difficulties in the Tower of Solusek Row. with my gear. It's no joke. I mean, those were red cons. They had a damage shield of 100 points each. So yeah, I couldn't take however many there was, six. um, but that was fun. Solusek Row, his minions. That was a little bit of a challenge. So nice to see that. Most of the stuff up to that point we had just been plowing through, like just ignoring mechanics, not doing anything really. With Solusek Row, actually, probably wouldn't have pulled it off unless I got that damage shield off of him. So I was very glad, or it would have been annoyingly difficult where I'd have to stop to heal myself every 5 seconds or so, and just mostly let the dots do the damage. Um, but yeah, next time, one of the elemental planes. The guide suggests plane of fire. I don't know for sure if you have to do it in that order or if that's like the best way to do it. Um, I might look into that a little bit just to make sure that that is the way it needs to be done, and what is the reasoning for doing the plane of fire first if it doesn't need to be done first. Uh, but thanks for watching again, and until next time, take care.